will continue to work together to ensure that the Kenya Defence Forces becomes the professional.
Are we about to witness the unthinkable thing happen in Kenya? In a country where its citizens have witnessed literally everything as far as governance is concerned, President William Ruto's recent move could possibly set this country for a never-seen-before revolution.
To ensure that the Kenya Defence Forces becomes the professional entity that it has always been known over the years. As I have told the leadership before, we must never compromise on the high standards that have been set by your predecessors, by tradition, and by history. And I believe that you have the requisite leadership to be able to preserve the place of the Kenya Defence Forces and the professionalism and integrity that have been witnessed over the years.
The recent rise of the Gen Z will probably give Ruto's nightmare for the rest of his life. But imagine what a revolution by the one powerful unit he commands could do to Kenya's fifth president. As the commander-in-chief of the armed forces in Kenya, Ruto should have thought twice before striking his troops with a new law that states the KDF officers will start paying for their own lunch from July 1st as the government ends the free meal program. This simply means that the officers will now buy meals through a new system managed by their own teams. The free lunch program in the Kenya Defence Forces began as a state-subsidized initiative to provide meals to military personnel, particularly during peacetime operations. The program was part of a broader effort to ensure the welfare of soldiers by covering meal costs initially, including breakfast and dinner. In the year 2000, the government discontinued free breakfast and dinner, replacing them with a ration cash allowance to offset inflation, but retained the free lunch program for KDF personnel. This subsidy aimed to support soldiers' nutritional needs and operational readiness. On July 1st, 2025, the KDF ended the free lunch program, transitioning to a pay-as-you-eat per year system, citing inefficiencies, lack of meal variety, and the need to align with modern military practices. Soldiers now pay for meals via cash or salary deductions at military facilities.
Our Kenya Defence Forces has a history of professionalism, a history of loyalty, commitment, and a history that speaks many positive things about the Republic of Kenya. I exhort you to live up to that history and hold the Kenya Defence Forces in the high esteem that the people of Kenya hold the Kenya Defence Forces.
If you go and ask most Kenyans what they feel about this new move, many of them will congratulate President William Ruto because finally the KDF officers will start to share their same pain. However, what do the KDF feel about this new move of having to pay their own lunch meals? Well, a statement from X from a soldier, namely Nelson Amenya, carries a lot of disappointment towards their commander-in-chief and clearly states that they don't know how long KDF will tolerate this. The statement reads, and I quote, "I am a KDF soldier and I am sending you this in confidence. I should not do it, but as you had asked question and we are really fed up, that is the reason for this mail. KDF is discontinuing our food subsidy, but at the same time, The KDF headquarters is under full control of a cabal of corrupt civilians from the State House. It is true that during Uhuru's time, we started our modernization plan for all the three forces. It was going well and was very professionally handled until this government took power. Sometime early this year, our bosses gave a presentation of the progress and the pending procurement to the State House. In 1 week, this entire program was hijacked. UDA wheeler dealer Francis Njogu came to MOD headquarters and did not approach our bosses, but commanded all of them that he has been sent from State House and is taking control of the full procurement process and all the supply. The pending program was estimated at $700 million US. Then we were hearing crazy numbers running into billions of dollars. They are trying to make a killing by overpricing. We believe that under the cover of defense, these guys are getting ready to rob the treasury with companies outside for the 2027 war chest, as they know there's no chance for them. They are continuing to pressure onto all our bosses, including the CS, PS, CDF service commanders and other generals, and because of job security, they are just keeping mum. The frustration of a very disciplined force is seen in every quarters. Francis Njogu and his bulldog Kaburu James have literally taken over the systems department of the defense headquarters. The boss of systems, Brigadier Aloka, is either willingly or being forced to comply, and all regulations and procurement processes are floated beyond belief. Behind the scenes are also the same guys of the Adani project we hear from the grapevines. We are also a disciplined force, and this wheeling and dealing is unfamiliar to us. From top to bottom of the ranks have gone numb. We don't know how KDF will be able to tolerate this. Expose these brothers and save the most valuable asset that the Kenya has, KDF. End of statement. Perhaps the unthinkable might soon happen in Kenya, and the KDF might even join the Gen Z on the streets, because they are now feeling the pain that the governance of President William Ruto has brought to this country. What are your opinions on this story? And do you think that the government is right by President William Ruto having the KDF officers to pay for their own lunch? Or do you think that that move was a bit too much? Thank you for watching, guys. Remember to subscribe. We meet in the next video.